Hi, I am Skeptical Spectrum, and I know I'm really putting my foot in it, as they used to say in the freaking 70s, with this title and content. I have no business talking about this stuff, although I consider myself quite a radical. In fact, I was going to name my channel after my radical nature. Would have had to call it Radical Rectum, so I dropped that. I think here I am stepping into territory that I have no business stepping into because it's titled Black the Blue, and that's my answer to the bumper sticker Back the Blue. Back the Blue is intended to mean that we back up the cops, right? And, the answer is yes and no. We don't back up the cops' mistakes. We don't back that up. We don't back up anything bad that they do on purpose. And we don't back the idea that we have basically criminal answer to a lot of just normal and painful life problems like drug use and finding clever ways to get your resources, right? We've got a criminalized kind of culture here, set of cultures here. We criminalize stuff in our culture. We have a criminalizing culture, I guess that's what I'm talking about. You can imagine what I mean when I say black the blue. And it's not as representative as I would like it to be, but I just came up with something alliterative and I had to go with it. Black the blue means that I would say to a radical level. I'll start with radical and then we can water it down. You can water it down after this video is over. Um, by the way, all my millions of viewers are welcome to disagree with me in the content. You all over the world. I have a translator so you can contribute to it, and a lot of y'all know English anyway. Black to blue means basically fully populate our law enforcement personnel with people of color. Okay, I'm talking about the United States right now, but with people of color. And what's going on there is that right now, even though we have African Americans and other people of color populating the police force to some degree, um, there's still this gap, and that is that um, cops are really a lot more likely to engage people of color in a very aggressive way, even a deadly way. Like they kill black people in a higher proportion than they kill other people, and it's not for different reasons. They engage African Americans with, say, traffic stops in an aggressive, escalating way that often leads to injury, death, and false arrests and inability to get a good lawyer to keep you out of jail, or months, maybe years, because you can't get bail. You don't even get a trial for a long time for various reasons. Bad, bad stuff that is basically African American police personnel as well as sort of pale colored European style Americans um, doing that too. So it's not that just the white cops do it. I think part of the reason there is the culture of copying and the culture of that of America, right? Um, if you have basically every cop is dark skinned, has color to their skin, or dark color, or you could just say people who identify as African American or people who have black skin. However, you want to talk about these demographic parent differences, that's what we can talk about. You can use whatever words you want, and except for some words, please don't use those, or I'll like probably erase the comments, even though there's millions of them for me to get through every time. Anyway, so what's going to happen, I think, is all the cops will know somebody in their will know someone black in their jurisdiction, and more likely you're going to have cops who know what it's like to. I mean, how do I say this? You're just going to have a whole police force basically run by Black people, informed by Black people, feedback from Black people, because the employees, the leadership, everybody will be Black. And I really think that policing will be un un what's that word? Un what? Did I just resume? I don't know if I got this out, but unrecognizable police force, and that um, uh, a population completely composed of all cops being recognizably Black creates a perspective that will change the entire policing culture in this country, which would spread everywhere because they have the inside info. And I really believe that if I had dark skin and I got in the police force, I would be self censoring a lot about the reality of what it's like to be Black. I don't know that because I'm not. And that's why I said all you millions are allowed to, people that are listening to this, like I forget how huge my subscribership is, but it's just unmanageable. But still, put comments in there. I'll fish through them if it takes. I'll hire a team of people to look through them and respond because I want to hear your criticisms of what I'm saying. So, yeah, I don't think I have to put it in better words, but I want to make it more clear. It's not that African Americans don't have different experiences, and African American cops don't have different experiences than light colored people have. It's that until you get a huge representation of African Americans in the judiciary, I would say almost completely saturated with dark skinned colored Americans in the judiciary, in the police force, in all the sheriff forces. Um, I think there's a discomfort in speaking up. The culture of whiteness is overwhelming, even in the police force, or especially in the police force. You would need to do something quite radical or extreme to overpower that for a long enough time to see policies and other things changing and practices changing. That's it. That's a short enough video. Um, Please be mean to me in the comments. I like it.